The Zoom session is being brought to you by the Fractal Almond Octaves S. Who just came in? Sorry, hold on. Devin Ewan, okay. And Daniel Webb. Good morning. All right. So, where are we at? Okay, we're recording. And that's the Fractal. Okay, last time I said that basically I'm considering chapter 7 to be extra credit. And I counted the lack of time really to get to cover it in full, but I will cover it. 2 sections today, next 2 sections on Wednesday. And let's see, have I posted the final yet? Yes, no? Well, let me make sure. Oh dear, the second quiz. All right, here's the final. Consider it posted. Covered 8. All right, McDonald, excuse me. Consider I'm also posting quiz 2. Okay, quiz 2 and final are posted. They'll be due by the end of the semester, let's say by the 24th. That's plenty of time, I think. Chapter 8 is also due. 7 is extra credit. So here we go. We'll cover 7.1 and 7.2. These are all about what are called conic sections. Well, okay, that's the geometric concept. The idea of the conic section is you take a cone and you pass a plane through it. If you pass it straight through, you get a circle. If the plane is tilted, you get an ellipse. The plane is parallel to one side, you get this curve, a parabola. And if it's standing straight up, you get something called a hyperbola. And all of them have quadratic equations, which is what we'll be looking at in terms of equations. But let's start with a parabola. The geometric definition of a parabola, it's a set of points P that are equidistant from a specific point F, the focus, and a specific line L, the directrix. So we start with F and L, and every point where this distance equals distance is on the parabola. So it's a U-shaped curve coming down like this, stops, then returns and goes up. Here's a lowest point closest to the directrix, obviously midway between the focus and the directrix, called the vertex. All right, now here's an equation. If the parabola has a vertex 0 by 0 and a focus 0 by p, and therefore direction y equals negative p, then its equation is y equals 1 over 4p x squared. So y is proportional to x squared there for this parabola. So if p is positive, it's cup up. If p is negative, then cup down. Y equals negative p in the 3rd and 4th quadrants, and y equals negative p, a positive number, in the 1st and 2nd quadrants. Now, if we swapped x and y, x equals 1 over 4p y squared, then you flip it on its side and we get a parabola of the vertex 0 by 0, focus p by 0, and directrix y equals negative p. P is less than 0, then the parabola points to the left. The focus is negative coordinates, and the directrix is y equals a positive number. If p is positive, it's the other way around. The parabola points to the right, has a focus on the right positive axis, and the directrix is y equals a negative number. Now, okay, here we go. Here's an example. X squared equals negative 6y. So y equals 1 over negative 6x squared, and negative 6 is 4 times negative 3/2. So, okay, we have a vertex of 0 by 0. This negative 3/2 puts the focus at 0 by negative 3/2 and the directrix at y equals 3/2. So we draw the line y equals 3/2, draw the point 0 by negative 3/2, and we have this downward slope, downward cup down parabola. Here we have x squared, y squared equals negative 24x. So we write that as x equals 1 over negative 24y squared, which is 1 over 4 times negative 6y squared. So p is negative 6. So the focus is at negative 6 by 0 here. The direction is y equals 6 here. Its vertex is at 0 by 0 here, and it's cup left like this. Now here we have, as for the equation of a parabola, with vertex 0 by 0 and focus 0 by negative a half. So, okay, it's of the form y equals 1 over 4 p y squared, where p equals negative half, so y equals negative 1/2 x squared. Now here we have, here's a graph, and find the equation. It goes through 0 by 0. This is 3 halves here and here around the focus. And y equals 1/4 over 4py squared. Find the equation. Well, okay, all we really need to do is to find p. So, okay, point A is point p by 3 halves. So p equals 1 over 4p 3 halves squared. So after a little bit of calculating, yada, 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 p squared is 9/16. So p is plus or minus 3/4. Since it's opening to the left, p is negative, so p is negative 3/4. So x equals 1 over 4 times negative 3/4 y squared. After some cancellation, x equals negative 1/3 y squared. So, okay, there we have your very basic parabolas. You can also shift them left, right, up, and down by having y minus k and x minus h. That's a detail. Okay, let's proceed. Let's, just a moment, stop this.